life, taking doc's advice, not lots of light, no bleach to taste. With a yes said a no, economies closed over pathogens we can detect. The long incubation time of DNA fake and make the chain look correct. When in fact you could be infected, impact your loved ones with that neglect. Let's face it, the president's basic, unlike his officers needs respect and love. I give love. I want love. I have love. I need love. I give love. I want love. I have love. I value my freedoms, defend our rights, and I'll tweet it to let you know. With a post on the gram, long form on Facebook, YouTube with the live show. Our lives are material, pour in the spiritual milk for this physical flow. Don't sit back and watch as we get to March and let's see how far we go. Stop spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine. Close contact and bumping into me in stores ain't happening. I'm not dying for a country that just sees me as a good again. They don't even see me unless it's because of questioning me. What you want, man? I give love. I want love. I have love. I need love. I give love. I want love. I have love. Hubris makes us vulnerable, also quite intolerable. Thinking we the best to pull wool over these vegetables. I ain't living miserable. Race and hate ain't invisible. Take a knee, indivisible. While my rights ain't admissible. If king is capital, queen is corona. If he holds the crown, she is the owner. Who is the master? Who's the controller? Can he give it up? Will she pass us over? That's love. I give love. I want love. I have love. I need love. I give love. I want love. I have love. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. I want love. No fear now, speak love. No fear now. Peace, 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 and plenty, y'all. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Thanks for being with us this March 12th. This I think the 10th episode of the Global Peace Open Mic.
We getting pretty good.
That's not you click on that link that I got at the bottom, y'all. But you can plug that into your Google Chrome browser and join us here in the green room, and we can bring you onto the stage, and we can go with the trust and the love of the universe that your music will be uplifting and fulfilling to the people, and just let you get on like that on the strength of a true open mic. Now, we as the hosts, Papa Biz and myself, Mega Scythe, reserve the right to take you off that mic if it ain't fitting. Papa Biz, you want to tell them what you might be looking for? You know, what are you looking for? What would make you take somebody off the mic?
Well, if they put something on there misogynistic or about war, something that's real negative, even though we do have lots of negative in the world, what we're looking for is positive, peaceful music, peaceful about what you feel. If you feel that your soul offers something to us through your music, then bring it to us. If your poetry has something of peace and love and what we're trying to create here, because we got enough crap around us that we don't need that. So that's what I'll be looking for, and I'll be jumping in there real quick saying, whoa, 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 you know, somebody comes off. I'll be right there telling you.
Straightforward, no misogyny, no hatred of women or objectification of women, please. Even if you're a woman, you know, like I know there's a song out right now by Young Ma. Sorry, I don't know the name of it, Ma, but it's like very, like most of her music, very misogynistic, like just objectifying women. And because she's a lesbian, it's okay? I don't think so. So no objectification or dehumanization or hatred of women will be allowed on the mic. No,
Yeah.
no glorification of material things and the accumulation of material things. We don't want to talk about that, and uplift capitalism. We're not trying to do that. And no militarism, no exaltation of violence. So come on, join us. Plug. You know what I'm saying? Plug it in. Get on here. Let's get going, artists. We've been doing this for 10 weeks. And
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But we're doing it.
I've sent out the calendar invite now, this link to a few artists for the past 2 weeks. And I've had some friends tell me, hey, I'm coming through. And folks are busy. I realize folks are busy. I recognize that. So I'm sharing it with the world. I'm sharing the link with the world. We can have up to 10 guests on the screen.
Bring it. Let's go.
Come be the first to play. And if you're loved, we'll let you stay and let you rock. And if you're not felt by the crowd, we'll ask you to leave. All genres are welcome, and this is what it is. So we got some beautiful comments going on. What's going on in the comment section? Jerry Lynn likes peace and love. This is a great way to spend it. That was smoking hot. Dennis. Oh, y'all are liking the music. That's cool.
Yeah, that's nice in the background. Kind of keeps us, maybe helps. Sounds good to me here in Kansas City.
Very cool.
So I don't know.
Because I didn't hear it share sound, so you're just getting it. I think you're getting it ambient, or you come. Does it sound like it's coming through with me?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it's in the background.
Okay.
It's not overpowering at all. It's just kind of there, adding a little beat with your disco music or disco stuff going on there, man. If I'd known you were gonna do that, brother, I got some same stuff. I just have to dig it out of the garage over there.
I could have reached out and told
That's all right. That's all right. It would have been a lot of trouble to set up anyway. It's kind of I got a fog machine too, but I don't think that'd be too cool in the house.
I got the fog machine too, but I couldn't get the fog machine to come on. I think I got to take it back.
Oh, it's working fine. Yeah, I just don't use it though. I mean, I don't think I want to put fog in my down here in the little old studio I got going on. But no, things are going well here. I wanted to ask you. Well, I'll ask you later. It's something to do.
Ask me now. Dennis said he liked the song that was playing. I think you were talking about "No Fear Now," Dennis. I'll perform "No Fear Now" tonight. I'm performing 4 songs tonight. I'll let you.
All right.
I could put
sounds good.
I could put it in the chat like a playlist or something. I'm performing 4 songs tonight. 3 from memory and 1 unfortunately not from memory because I haven't been practicing it enough. I'm performing Oasis. I'm performing Everybody Arise. I'm performing
Good deal.
Fear Now, and I'm performing Black Lives Matter. The 4 singles that I released in 2020, I'm performing all 4 of them tonight. Nothing else. We're gonna talk, chop it up.
Paul is here from Gregory. Paul's here from Bangkok.
Paul Gregory, Saturday morning here in Bangkok.
Yeah, Saturday morning in Bangkok, Thailand.
He was with us. He was here with us last week.
He came back. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, across the oceans, electronically.
Fog machine. Brian, the reason for the fog machine is because these lights, while they look okay, they look kind of fun right now, giving me an epileptic seizure. If I had a fog machine, then the smoke catches the whole trail of the light. It catches the trail of the laser. So then you see like beams of light coming across my face rather than just on the background. And so that's a whole nother level. That's what we're trying to do.
Brian's Brian says that your sound is low. I don't know what he means by that. I hear you fine here.
Brian, are you talking about the sound, my sound on my microphone? Because I need to know this. My sound on my mic or the sound on the music?
I think it's the music.
Is I've got it in the background on purpose, but I hope my microphone is loud enough for you.
No, it sounds good.
It sounds good. It sounds great to me. I feel like if I turn the mic up more, I'm going to get feedback.
So someone's saying that.
I hope one day Dr. Cornel West comes on and drops some dope house music tracks. That would be beautiful. Fahim. Yes, Fahim Shirazi says
I hope one day Dr. Cornell West comes on and drops some dope house music tracks. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yes, that would be lovely. Black love. I see the fist and the heart. Yes, black power.
Sarah says the music's low. Well, we know the music's low. It's kind of background.
Sarah,
So,
yeah, music's low. I got the music on in the background. Just the lights are sound activated. So
and
if
then
I
someone said your mic needs a lot. Says lots of difference between the two voice levels tonight.
Fred,
I
my
don't
mic
know.
needs up. My mic needs more gain.
I guess he's what he's saying. I guess I have no way to control my mic. It's in the computer. I have no way to control the volume of it.
Check, check,
So
check. How's that? See, if I go past this level right here, I'm about to
get a little feedback.
I'm about to get feedback right there. So this is about the max level I can do. Not
Okay.
music. Mic is low. Sarah
It says
Campbell.
turn up mic, not music. Mic is low.
Okay.
Huh. Well,
check,
I'll tell you.
check. How's this? Does this change my mic level, y'all? Sarah, did this change my mic level? I changed my mix. I changed my mix level.
She said mic needs turning up.
So I've got a
way better now. Way better, they say. I mean, you sound good to me coming through my headphones, but I don't know what other people are, how they're hearing.
I know. This is why mic checks are important.
Yeah, for sure.
Where's it at now? For those folks at home saying my mic is low, where's my mic at now? Sarah, is my mic good now?
She says yes.
Yes, my mic is good now.
That's what she's saying.
What you're saying. Better, way better. Okay, cool, awesome, perfect. Now, cool. It was I had the music, I had the level. See what happens.
See what happens? You get a feedback. That's a feedback monster over there. I don't got no feedback monster here. I get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? They ain't allowed my house. It's getting law. Yeah. Anyway, it's been hello, Sarah. Good to see your comments. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with us. And everybody that comes. Appreciate everybody. But I know Sarah personally, so I want to give her a personal. She's the president of our local chapter here in Kansas City and does a great job. So I'm not as active with the group as probably I could be, but that's a whole nother story.
All right, y'all. Well, I think this will be interesting once we turn the music up. Then, once I play a song and turn the music up, I might have a whole nother issue happening.
Well, you'll find out when you do it.
Might have to.
Can you hear me all right when I sit back like this?
I hear you good. I hear you a little bit lower, but I still hear you nice.
If I step up a little bit like that, it's even better, I think.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Well, I'm not perfect, but the sound is perfect, so that's good. Yeah. Well, I got something I'll read later on, too, if you want, from Bill's work later on.
Yes, I do want. I think we all want. I got Oasis queued up for y'all. I'm about to perform Oasis right now. We're 13 minutes into the show. I think y'all are here for some performance of some sort.
Yeah, I think so. They get tired of looking at us. It's all good.
It's low again. Brian says it's low again. Brian, what's up, baby? What's up, man? What's up? Yeah, let me I guess we might have to put the lights on auto and put the headphones on if the music's too low for y'all.
Because you might be because you got music coming through your speakers that you're hearing, right?
Yeah, my music sounds great over here, but I'm gonna turn this up and see what happens. Hopefully I don't get feedback. How does this sound to you? Now see, I think I gotta send it through the system. I think that's gonna change everything, y'all. Once I share this, once I share my screen and actually give you my audio, because y'all aren't getting my audio right now. So let's give you the audio. And let's do the whole mic check thing. The last time I performed Oasis was in my car a few days ago. And the last time before that was a while ago. So
did anybody in your car like it?
I loved it.
Well, then see, that's what counts.
I felt like the person next to me enjoyed it too. So let's do a mic check before I start. Before I give this
All right.
check. Crash the servers, break the internet, yeah. Faster, further, catch the silhouettes, Master wordsmith, tasked with higher purpose. At your service, and most surely blessed. Come on, mental of a vet, this is atonement. Plus, I got bones to pick with industry phoniness. Y'all like that? Sounds good?
Sound good to me over here in KC.
Looking forward to listening to this. Cool. All right, so it sounds good to everybody. Compared to Papa, it's low again compared to Papa. Ah.
Well, maybe I can do something here with my mic. Maybe I got it too high.
Well, no, I don't want it to be. I don't want your mic to be lower. I just don't want my mic to feed back, and I want y'all to hear me.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? I hear myself.
I hear you.
So good in here.
I hear you. I hear you.
Okay. Cool. Let's get it popping. Oh, and my internet wants to crash real quick. Oh, and we're back. Are y'all there? Are you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Ooh,
I'm
hardwired in. Let's see. Bring myself up to full screen. I'm gonna pull you off this. I'm gonna make myself full screen, bro.
Go, bro. Do it now. Do it. Do it. Love you, man.
Crash the servers, break the internet, yeah. Faster, further, catch silhouettes, Master wordsmith, tasked with higher purpose. At your service, and most surely blessed. Come on, mental of a vet, this is atonement. Plus, I got bones to pick with industry phoniness. No trolling this for grown men holding bets on who's best when it's this obvious. Blog this, non-monotonous, $9 populist, pop in his collar and cuffs. Hip hop and Papa, not an inch out of touch. Vinyasa and breathe, maximize the cuts. Come on, miracle worker, eschewing ignorance. Not merely ensuring the bug out bag is enough. More lyrical than fitter. I cut out the fluff. We can move off the grid. I ain't gassing you up. Fasten your belts up, your reps. I'm raising rations. Your satisfaction's my desire and passion. Hear it in my words, see it in my actions. My faith is proven in my works. Who's asking? Your gods will tell you. They already know. Heavenly bodies with divine flow, unarmed and peaceful, increase you tenfold. The thief in the night who stole the show. I know the game, so I go it alone, bro. Survey the street, change lanes, breaking your dome slow. Mega got beats for big. See, I gotta run it back right there. I'm gonna run it back to the beginning because I really want to get it. Because I can't. I'm angry at myself for forgetting it. You know. I said, Data got bags of beats from Maker's poems, so when I will bring you into or out of your zone, anytime, any place, any stage I roam. Let's run it back to the top. Because Oasis is really a song about safe spaces and where we want to go, you know? Crash the servers, break the internet, yeah. Master further, catch the silhouettes, Master wordsmith, tasked with higher purpose. At your service and most surely blessed. Come on, mental of a vet, this is atonement. Plus, I got bones to pick with industry phoniness. No trolling this for grown men holding bets on who's best when it's this obvious. Block this, non-monotonous, $9 populist. Pop in his collar and cuffs. Hip-hop and Papa, not an inch out of touch. Vinyasa and breathe, maximize the cuts. Come on, miracle worker, eschewing ignorance. Not merely ensuring the bug out bag is enough. More lyrical and fitter. I cut out the fluff. We can move off the grid, I ain't gassing you up. Fasten your belts up, your reps, I'm raising rations. Your satisfaction's my desire and passion. Hear it in my words, see it in my actions. My faith is proven in my works. Who's asking? Your gods will tell you, they already know. Heavenly bodies with divine flow, unarmed and peaceful, increase you tenfold. The thief in the night who stole the show. I know the game, so I go it alone, bro. Survey the street, change lanes, breaking your home slow. Data got bags of beats from Maker's poems, yo, and we will bring you into or out of your zone. Anytime, any place, any stage I roam. Or I compare with the tracks. I slow enemies, claps for the chrome. Leave you with the shakes and rattles for your bones. Life is painful and poems are safe spaces. Words that resonate create oasis. Oasis, safe spaces, no racists or fakeness. Our favorites are spaceships, the Matrix, and ancients. Oasis, 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 Oasis. They say he out of touch with this version of reality. I question everything, don't take life casually. I'm actualizing, so ascension happens rapidly. Stay humble, stay hungry, they say passively. A grain of sand on its course in the sea. There's no forcing in me or conforming to be. A grain of sand off its course in the sea. No forced humility, I'm more than you could see. We sold it all for the promise to be free. Was bought and sold, never properly freed. We sold our oil for these pumps that we feed, and we sell this calling when it probably should be free. Oasis, safe spaces, no racists or fakeness. My favorites are spaceships, the Matrix, and ancients. Oasis, 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 oasis. I've seen it all, man. I've been here before. I've stood at these gates and walked through those doors. I've ate these plates and scraped it off and cooked up another round and shared even more. My honesty's refreshing, the workshops are raw. Intensely disconcerting who's keeping score. Max points finding what you here for, man. Max points finding what you here for, sis. Oasis, safe spaces, no racists or fakeness. Our favorites are spaceships, the Matrix, and ancients. Oasis, oasis, safe spaces, no racists or fakeness. My favorites are spaceships, the Matrix, and ancients. Oasis, 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 safe spaces, no racists or fakeness. My favorites are spaceships, the Matrix, and ancients. Oasis. Spaceships, baby. You know what I'm saying? This is an intergalactic ride. We're gonna turn this down. Turn this down. Does that turn my mic down? Can you still hear me the same, Papa Biz? Cool. Say word.
Word.
Much love, much love. Let's
Now what you said, say word. So I'm trying to say it, man.
Let's keep the music. Let's keep the music on. Let me put on my glasses so I can see some comments. Thank you for letting me share, y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an audience for the music. So good. What do we have over here? Are y'all enjoying the music? Yar, Papa, too hot. It will balance better if you turn down a pinch. Oh, Papa's too hot.
Fred no, I ain't got no way to turn it down unless you do it on your end because it's hooked to the computer. I just checked it out while you were performing there, trying to find out if I had a volume on it, and it doesn't give me any volume to control.
Oh wow!
It says that the Microsoft Edge is using your microphone. So how do I go to Microsoft Edge?
Well, Danny Brademan, thank you for that comment, and I guess it looks like you're sharing some. Looks like you're sharing some knowledge over here. Yeah, we gotta wash our hands and get it right. I'm gonna do no fear now later on tonight. Definitely washing our hands. I could see washing your hands with iodine killing it, because washing your hands with soap kills it as well. Oh, Judith, thank you. Yes, Judith, good luck to us for you being here as well. If y'all know any artists, if any artists are watching this and curious, just plug that link right there into your Google Chrome browser, and you can join us here in the green room, and we'll let you onto the stage. And if your music is pleasing to the audience, we'll let you perform a couple joints. And if it's not pleasing to the audience or us, we'll remove you from the stage. So that's what it is. I'm really doing this. You know, this is a platform for peace music from around the world. Any form of music, any genre of music, as long as it's uplifting and makes the people feel good, and it's maybe tackling issues of racism, misogyny, sexism, militarism. You know, if it's addressing those, then by all means we love it, we want it, we need it, the world needs it. And I know y'all are doing this yourselves. I know artists make music and have their own pages and their own platforms. But there's power in numbers. You know what I'm saying? There's power in numbers. And so this is a platform that goes live to both Facebook and YouTube. And if we have 10 artists on here all sharing with their audiences, then all those audiences can cross-pollinate and grow the peace music movement. Because right now we got to pay to play, and you don't get a stage, and you don't get a label, and your music gets put to the background. You can think of some of the best artists in the world making so-called peace music, and you see they get shelved. And then you have other artists making worldly or, you know, music for the world, and they're like the ones pushed forward. You know, and it's not a matter of quality or not enough quantity. It's not enough. It's not the quality of the artists that are out makes them so much better, because you got people like Tekashi 6ix9ine, to call out a name. You got people like Lil Peep, you know, who are out there with music that is definitely toxic, but they're funded. And then you have people who have music that is super powerful and aren't out there with a big name or big, you know, also big artists who don't get pushed the same way because their music is healthy, like India Irie, like Raphael Sadiq, you know, artists with a really powerful message who don't get pushed to the forefront. So that's why we're here. We're here to try to change the game. And I know it's scary because we're the artists at, right? So everybody wants a platform that's already powerful. Come make it powerful. Let's be here. Let's do this.
Yes. Tell it like it is, brother. That's what we're trying to do here. So
what I got playing in the background is Dirty South Chronicles. And I'm tempted to let folks hear it. But you know, I got joints, I got Everybody Arise and No Fear Now are on Dirty South Chronicles. And so I feel like without those two tracks getting like, you know, arbitrary number, 100,000 spins, 100,000 plays on YouTube, I don't need to release the album. You know what I'm saying? Because this music is world class, yo. This music is world class. And so I'm putting myself, I'm creating the scarcity for me. You know, I'm not just gonna keep putting my music out for an audience that's not listening. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get the audience popping. We got to get the audiences listening. You know?
That's right. So I'm waiting on you folks. I'm waiting on you. You're going to make me go to sleep over here in Kansas City if you don't get something hopping here, man. I mean, you know, I'm an old man, but shoot, what time is it, man? It's probably past my bedtime, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so we're trying to make some music, trying to make it happen. And I just kind of, when you see me looking down, folks, it's because I got my phone here. So I'm kind of seeing what's happening over here on the Facebook page. And I'll make comments from time to time. What I see is a little delayed from what I'm looking at because we're live, and you know there's always a little bit of a delay there. But that's why if you see me kind of looking back and forth, that's why. So, well, you want me to read anything?
I do. What you got today?
Well, it's from Bill Bauer, of course, and he wrote two poems from his book. Well, he wrote quite a few poems, but this book, From the Eye of the Ghost. He wrote one that kind of go hand in hand. One is called, the first one I'm going to read is, can you hear okay? Is everything okay? Do you hear me all right?
If I mute myself, do you still hear my music, big brother?
I don't know. Mute yourself. No, I don't hear the music, but it's okay. So the first one he wrote, I just want to see if everybody can hear me okay. I guess. I don't know. We'll find out. The first poem that I'm going to read this evening by Bill Bauer, my good Vietnam veteran buddy, from his book, Eye of the Ghost, is dedicated to Stephen Splendor. It's called Moonlight and Breeze. All that's left is thunder now and low flying jets. It's turning cool and the land crabs are out. He can smoke if he wants and soften his grip on the stock. But his peace will never come. The boy who's swaying on a Missouri porch to summer wind and an ice cream bell. Lost it all, lost it all. The minute he spotted a figure in his sights, pulled the trigger, and meant it. The second poem is called The Ice House, Part 1, Base Camp. From where I sat in a 5-ton truck, it seemed it had always been there. 19, no shirt, prayer beads bangling from ID tags, grenade rings around the bush hat. They stood by the road chanting, new guys, greenhorn GIs. Hey, man, he said, grabbing my gear, move in with me. Mostly we fill sandbags or unloaded trucks, or after dark on bunker guard, sandflies biting our faces, told half-true stories of summer nights in Missouri. We dreamed of a cool place, and once on detail, set for 5 minutes in an ice house, a Quonset hut, between the ammo dump and the motor pool. Blocks of murky ice stacked in silver bars. They kept the bodies there. It was the only cool place. Then there was an airlift to Bin Din Nin. You should have seen him waiting for the Chinook, joking around, a stereo in one hand from Hong Kong and a carbine in the other. They ought to make a statue of it. Part 2, Mountain. The noise at night at Nin Bin Din are ghosts of old Buddhists, they said. Cambodian tiger 1,000-year-old hides in those caves, they said. And mist among large stones, he spliced a strobe light into the generator, which had flickered in our bunker. Hey, man, he said, let's make it like home. Let's make it like Kansas City. We built partitions with ammo boxes and bamboo screens, hung posters, Colorado ski slopes, rock and roll stars. We swung our hammocks to the breeze of a GI fan. We made it up there. We had it made up there. Had it made until the rocket shredded his clothes, blew his billfold into the bush, photographs, laundry receipts, prescription of eyeglasses, shot record, the best part of the letter, $5 bill. Part 3, Dream. We stacked him up, naked and hard, in a dark ice house. His pubic hair, a blonde willow tree, his body, a silver kind of ice. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. Bill is a great artist. He has several works out, and I'm just a big fan. And he has given me the opportunity to read his poetry anytime I want to, in any place I want to. So he's a great guy. I just wanted to share some of his work, and I hope that people enjoyed that.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Maybe it was a little too heavy. I don't know.
It was kind of heavy. It kind of made me. I started pulling a different song in. I started pulling in "Promise" into the queue. But I think "Black Lives Matter" is a heavy song. Is a song that complements it. It's heavy, but it has a lightness to it. It has well. I might say Moses' work is probably not, it's not real. I don't know. He's got some pretty good. I know he's got some stuff on the piece, so forth. But I think my feeling about it is that he's just, he wrote these books, these poems about 20 years after he was out of Vietnam, and so some of this stuff I think was a part of him healing the process of because he was thrown in that like a lot of young men, just boom. One day he was guarding buses in Kansas City during the riot, and 3 weeks later he was in jungle school, and before you know it, he was in Vietnam. It just, I mean, just like that, of course it took a little time, but anyway, I like reading his poet. So he's
not really.
Oh, I didn't want to put that up there. That was an accident. Not that I didn't want to, but It was an accident. Yeah, I think he's definitely carrying a lot of the trauma
Oh yeah, yeah.
and or not.
I'll have to dig out some of his other poetry that he wrote that is not related to Vietnam. So because he
He's
felt
no longer with us, is he?
who Bill Bauer?
Is he still with us?
Oh yeah, yeah. He lives in Hawaii. Yeah, he's been living out there for quite some time. He used to come back to the mainland and do stuff, but I think he's at least 3 years or 4 years
He's
older
6
than
hours
me.
behind us. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. Bill could
Yeah.
join us. Bill could join us and read a poem.
Yes, he could if I knew how to get a hold of him. I guess I could get. I should try to do that. He might do that for us. I bet you he would. I hope so. I'm going to ask him. Yeah,
That'd be nice.
I've asked some other people, but I get
some of our friends to come join us on here. I know people are Papa, turn your volume down by 1/5. You still have somebody asking you to turn your volume down.
Well, I have no way of doing that, so I don't know what to do.
Okay. All right.
Does it sound loud to you?
I think it's just because if you sat back, then it would be great. If you
About like this, you think?
that's probably does it.
All right, I can set back. Yeah, because the microphone is right up there, so
Yep.
or somewhere. I don't know where it is on the computer. It's not. I tried using the other stuff.
That was the camera.
Yeah.
I'm going to do everybody a rise for the audience.
Please do.
36 minutes. Figure 15, 20 minutes between songs would be nice. I don't know, just make something up. Let's see what y'all get. Let me turn the music back up for you. Check. Yeah. There's no debate in this one blue planet. We gotta share it. This little rocking space is third base. Is how God planned it. How's that sound? That sound good to you, big bro? Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your new paradigm. We are leaving the fear behind. We're walking in love. Put your heart chakra up on your heart. Represent love. Let it vibrate throughout your body, throughout your household, throughout your community. Come on. Woo! There's no debate in it's one blue planet. We gotta share it. This little rocking space is third base. Is how God planned it. Souls are commanded. Some understand it. Some don't pray. Please overstand. This is greed and lust. I cast away. They manufacture in private poisons as public goods. The finest fight prison pipelines and gentrified hoods. We flunk polluters, flinging fat F's for fish kills, foreclose on factory farms and forage for a meal. Forever fervent in my defense of the feminine Mother Earth and her medicine messages from forever when ancestors were the residents. Thankful there is evidence in text and monuments and warnings of what's next. How it all connects. Glacial melts and cleared fields. How will my lungs heal? How will my lungs heal? God's willing we kneel or sacrificially be vegan. I stand for peace and sign the Paris Climate Agreement. Seek meaning in every meeting, completing and not competing, believing and not deleting scientific truth and teaching. My beliefs based in the fact. Real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. Let's put her first. She's tired of always. Everybody, we are the generation. We are the ones. The time is now. I say peace to every single being who can feel me. Please let the flaws of man recede freely. I don't take any. Leave these jewels and I'm Betty. Bouncing. Anti-war announcements and I'm Jetty. Get out of here. I'm for the people. I'm allowed to be. I'm in here. Can't nobody take this person out of me. You in. You about to hear what we about to see, a future for all our future generations. Harmony. Gardens don't need guarding, no more greed, no more misogyny. My God, this modern world is an assault on our arteries. Gaia's been downgraded and garnished for our fancy feast. Imagine walking and running for hundreds of miles and still you can't be free. Fill the streets, fill the squares, make this heaven on earth. Local grown, global home for the better or worse. Farmers markets, earth domes, make it pop with the perks. This is real, facing mass extinction. What could be worse? Put science first for the earth, the only one that we got. Then go to synagogue, church, or mosque and pray a whole lot. My beliefs based in the fact that real faith takes works. Man-made climate change is real. Let's take care of the earth, y'all. Let's put her first. You know she's tired of our ways. We are the generation that we've been waiting for. The time is right now. You, me, you. Start right here. Start right here. Elevate your heart chakra. Open up your heart. Speak with your community. Believe we got community in the house. I believe we got family in the house. Somebody has gone forward with the link, so we looking nice in here. Let's see what artists we got in the background in the green room. So the link going across the bottom of the screen, everybody, is an active live link to our green room for this open mic. This is a global peace open mic. This is my brother Zaquan. Zaquan is my brother from New York, from Brooklyn, and from the Lower East Side. And we go back years and years. He helped me organize an open mic in New York called the Vital Movement, which we ran for 3.5 years. Every week in the Lower East Side, we had an open mic. So he's a phenomenal producer and beat maker. And I am gonna ask him if, I guess you can hear me, Zaquan. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Can you hear me, bro? He looks like he's getting set up. But we
got somebody. You have someone in the green room, huh?
We have Zaquan in the green room, but he has now dropped off. He looks like he was getting set up. Yeah, folks, he's back. Awesome. Zaquan, in the green room, you got a private chat on the side, and you got the comments. You look like you might be on a phone. I'm gonna bring you into the stream, and we're gonna just chop it up. Papa Biz, this is my brother Zaquan. Yeah, let me turn the music down a little bit more so we can actually hear him. There we go. Let's bring my brother in. This is gonna be kind of choppy, maybe not.
Hey,
okay. Yo, peace.
Peace out, brother. Happy to meet you.
Pleasure's mine, man.
How are you? You look like you're on a phone. It's moving a lot. You're on a cell phone, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on my phone. Yeah, okay. I am definitely.
So that's a question for anybody who's wondering if you can get on here with your phone. You can get on with your phone. You just need a Google Chrome browser. And so
yeah, that's how I did it.
What's up? Are you gonna share some music with us? What are we gonna do, bro?
I mean, honestly, I was just gonna play spectator, man. I've kind of settled in and understood my placement at this point, man. I mean, I've been an MC in the beginnings of my creative exploits, but slowly moved into the production phase for reasons of just, that's where my spirit flow to, and that's what called me to be a producer, and I love it. It's my heart. You know what I mean? So I'm here. I was just here just to vibe, whatever. I'm moving just like how I always move, man. I'm moving with whatever's happening. If we're gonna chill, chop it up, I'm down too. More than willing. Absolutely. You know.
So where are you now, brother? Where you calling from?
I am actually calling from across the water on the other side of the ocean. I'm in Sweden.
Oh my God! Wow, far out, man.
What time is it? What time is it right now? It must be
It's
like 2 in the morning.
actually it's almost 4 in the morning. We're 6
Ooh.
hours ahead here. I'm in the future, man.
Yeah, that's what I see.
Hi.
I told people that when we get people from another time zone, they in the future because it's they getting ready to. We see in the future. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, that's
You
great,
see,
man. Thank you very much for coming. I got a question about producer,
yeah,
if I may ask.
sure,
So,
sure.
so when an artist comes to you that maybe you don't know much about their music,
Mm,
and they come to you for maybe they ain't got a vision of what they want. They just know they
yeah.
can make music, and so you as a producer, do you motivate them, and how do you go about getting somebody to, if they don't have a real theme to the music but they can sing, something like that? I'm
Mm,
just trying to understand. Producing to me is I think you have to, first of all, you have to have an ear. If you can't
mm,
hear that person singing the right note or the right key, whatever it is, somebody else is going to hear that it ain't right. So some
mm.
people have said, "Hey, George, you should be a producer. You know a lot about music." I said, "Man, I can't tell one note from another." You know. So
Right.
the stuff I produce, I don't think anybody want to listen. Which I mean,
Mm.
it's not my forte.
Yeah.
Talking and doing MC work, DJ. I have a long history in DJ work,
Oh,
but
really? Okay, cool. Awesome.
producers.
We know each other.
I mean, your producer makes the sound. I mean, you might
Hmm.
have an excellent band, excellent artist, but
Yep.
if that producer doesn't have the ear and can't hear what the vision is, then it ain't
Mm.
gonna happen. That's just my take on it. And I'm not even a damn producer.
I understand. Um, well, that is quite a long question
Long
with
question.
with nu-
That's,
with
I got
numerous
carried away.
with numerous ebbs and flows. But
Yes,
however,
sir.
I can, I can sum everything up in very few words. This is the one thing that Miles has always understood about me. Like I can say a little bit, but it can be so much. I'd say that, first of all, I'm coming from a place where I've had no musical training whatsoever. The interesting thing that I've always heard from artists is that, and Miles can attest to this, is that when they hear stuff that I have produced, it brings something out of them that they never had brought out of them before. And this is really a key thing, about, I think, just production in general, that it's always the most important thing. When you start looking aside from the notes, and if a note's right here and a note's off there, there it's about the vibe. It's about when
Yeah.
you hear it, does it move you in some sort of way?
Yes.
That's the most important thing. Because remember, brothers, what's everything doing in this world? Vibrating.
That's right. Yes.
Everything,
Everything moving.
everything that exists vibrates. So
Brian Video
music.
says drop a Zaquan beat. While y'all chop it up real quick, I'm gonna look in the folder real quick. I got you, Brian. Brian's
Well,
ahead,
man.
yo. He was here last week asking for
Well,
freestyles.
and so
So let me. Go ahead, sir.
mhm.
I was wondering, how do you? Go ahead.
How do I? Okay, so if we go from there, okay, so of course, then when you start talking about, well, the next level is about creativity, and I believe now, as I've become a little bit more, I guess seasoned, I've been doing it for quite a while. Creativity doesn't happen unless you're constantly seeking to learn. The more you learn, the more you see, the more you're able to create things that don't exist.
Yes.
Because everything is about your personal perspective. How do you see the world? What does this mean to you? What does that mean to you? What does a C minor and an F minor along with a G major mean to you? What does it communicate to other people? That
Yeah.
For example, I'm going to talk about greats here: Miles Davis, Thelonious Monk, Billie Holiday, hell, Mick Jagger, all these great people. When they did things, they communicated these notes in their own unique way.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing as being a producer. And you know, I'm sure you especially, Papa Biz, can think about many songs that have little mistakes in them. You know, an extra one or two words here that were left in the recording, especially in the old tape days. You don't
Yeah.
care. It makes the song so unique.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean? And these are also things that producers too do, and they go along with the vibe. They're like, you know what? No, don't take that shit out. That shit just makes it sound so fucking more
Yeah.
interesting. Leave it.
Well, that's
I don't care if it's
that-
a mistake.
Yeah. I was
that's-
watching.
Go ahead,
No,
Miles.
no, do it. I
I was going to say that's what moves that the producer moves that vibe along. So the artist is listening, and you know they're trying to focus on how they sound. And I'm thinking. I mean, I'm not a singer, but I've done some recording, voiceover work and stuff. So I'm focused on trying to what I'm saying, and then maybe I've heard in albums where you notice, wow, that didn't sound right, but then you go back and listen to it, and wow, that really worked. So it was probably a mistake, but the producers, wait a minute, let's listen to it again. I think it works. I feel it, and that's what producers do. They get that vibe moving and they keep it there so that the artist can feel it throughout whatever they're doing. If it's just one song, a whole album, it's. I mean, what I've had a little bit of experience with. I tried to produce once, brother. You'll get a kick out of this. I was working with a blues band. They called themselves the Part Timers because they all work.
Okay.
And so they play blues at night, trying to make wanting to make it. And so I thought, well, I've DJed and stuff. So how about if I can try to be your agent? And so I thought, well, let's go in the studio and record a demo. So that we can I can take it to the bar owners with my little cassette players. Hey, this band can get people up and rocking and moving, and that's what you want them to do in bars. Because if they rock and move, they drink, and that's what the bars are for. Okay. So I went into the studio with them, and I had never had any experience like this at all. Coming into a studio that had 40 channel board and all these. I mean, I didn't touch it. I was just kind of sitting there, and we got it for a good. The producer was. A young cat, and we didn't have to pay the high price. He was actually learning, but we had one guitar player that just wanted to do this riff and just keep going forever. And finally, I just said, "Man, can't you make that guy stop?" And he said, "Well, And I said, "Well, I'm a manager." I said, "Give me the I can talk to him out there." I talked to I think I can't even remember the guy's name now, but I said, "Hey, cool it on the riff, man. This ain't a performance. This is the thing to get the bar owner to want to hire you. If he's going to sit there and listen to you 5 minutes playing the riff, he ain't going to want to. He might not want to hire us. So we don't need. You can do that when you get on stage." And but that whole thing didn't work out as well at the end.
Doesn't sound like it.
we got it done, and then there's a long story to it, but that's just a little experience I had about producing just a demo. Now I've produced commercials. Worked with producing commercials, and that's a whole nother game there.
I'm sure.
Last week I was watching the Lee Scratch Perry documentary. Y'all know Lee Scratch Perry?
No, I'm not familiar.
He's like the father of reggae, right? Yep. He's like, you might call him the father of modern reggae. He's like, he birthed the sound of Bob Marley, and so like the original Wailers were him, Peter Winston McIntosh, and Bob Marley. And so this documentary was about his studio and his life and his approach to music and creating the vibe and how his studio was like a shrine. It was like this space where it was a sacred space where you come in and session musicians would come in, or people would come in and play just little pieces, and nobody really knew what they were doing. And he was like an alchemist, like putting it together in the background. It's just your talk just now made me think of it. Yo, Brian, Brian, you said you put your link up there in the chat above. Well, we got a link right here for you. So, you know, you put a link to your recent work. You could come join us and you could share some work. We got an open mic here.
Absolutely.
We'll let folks get up here and rock and see
cool.
what they can bring. I got a Zaquan beat queued up. Y'all want to hear a Zaquan beat since we were chopping it up? Zaquan, can I play one of your tracks?
Nope.
Okay, y'all. You got that from the producer.
You thought I was serious?
Yeah, we did. I mean, you know.
No, absolutely not.
You had
no,
us, brother.
I mean,
You had
what's
us.
up? No, of course, man. Man,
Okay.
what's the point? I'm sharing, man.
I'm gonna play something for y'all, and I'm gonna rap. I'm gonna play it first. I'm gonna play it first and just let it
All
rock.
right.
And we'll talk about the vibration that y'all feel from it, and then I can share my rhyme. And we'll see if it matches the vibration that y'all say it feels. You know.
Okay.
Feel. So.
All right.
I know I gotta share the screen again.
The game is on. Open up your ears.
All right, y'all. You hear that track, yeah? I love that right there. That. What's Zaquan's favorite? Paul Gregory says this is the anniversary of Biggie's. I guess that would be death.
Oh, damn. Well, rest in peace.
24 years. Good documentary on Netflix. Any thoughts? I got lots of thoughts on Biggie. We could talk about Biggie a little bit, definitely. Question mark. Brian says question mark. I think he says question mark about the beat. Zaquan, it looks like we lost Zaquan. Let me spit the rhyme for y'all. Let me spit some lyrics for y'all. I got lyrics for this. Oh, Zaquan is still with us.
Yep, I'm here, bro.
I got lyrics.
I think it keeps on going in and out. That's why.
Or do y'all wanna chop it up? What the track makes you think about before you hear my lyrics, or what? I'm talking Papa Biz and Zaquan.
Do what you do, bro.
Yeah, I think Brian likes it. He said Zaquan with a question mark.
I guess he's looked like he's gone.
Yeah, it looks like he dropped off.
So I wanted to ask him how long's he been in is it Switzerland or Sweden?
Sweden. He's been in Sweden since 2015.
Wow,
Maybe
that's
16.
quite a while.
Yeah, maybe 16.
Yeah,
might be earlier because
I'd ask him if he's
out of New York by then. He left New York before me, so I left New York in 2000. 2013. I think he left in 2013, maybe 2014. He got married. He got married and moved, and Yeah.
I mean, did he marry a Sweden or did he just
He married
end up?
I guess a Swede. I guess I'd say a Swede.
Yeah, Swedish. Yeah, well, that's cool. Yeah, you just never know in life where you're going to end up. At times, you know,
It's incredible.
some people, like when you get out of high school or college, you go to these reunions and you'll find out that, one of your friends who was real shy is now, living in some foreign country doing wonderful things, and so you just never know where people are going to end up in life,
Hey, Papa Biz, check this out. I'm gonna spit this song for y'all.
Go right ahead, man. Break it on. I'm gonna blow one while you there.
Check. I'm a new man in my old skin. Yeah, I'm a new man in my old skin. I'm a new man in my old skin with big plans. Open hands, forward thinking, this foreign land. I'm crossing borders, I'm not myself, I'm on the fringe. I'm doing everything I can when I get the chance. Yo, this the last dance. Don't hold the walls, man. You gotta make a break, I'll break it all down again. We're all foreigners fighting for some stolen grass. I'm breaking boulders, not folding when these cultures clash. A weekend warrior, book 100 gigs a year and pull them off without a hitch or much gear. Movements tactical and practical, the path's clear. These are actual facts, love's collapse, fears. Laws of attraction, your ears hear the remedy. These lyrics antidote the beat and the melody. We purge your system, inoculate it lyrically, and check your vision with allusions to the wizardry. But no illusions, we're not choosing for congruency. You can see it's just the magic in the you and me. Who are we stuck in traffic and laughing, seeing how much time is meaning and is passing? I can only see what I am being and I'm asking. Ain't I seen enough when I can put the mask on, get the bag stuffed and get us out the housing? With these projects designed to be arousing, we can be the mountaintop removal or the mountain. It's a choice we're all making, but who's really counting? I'm a protector of the mountain, steward of the trees, diviner of the stars, and I listen to the breeze. Protector of the mountain, steward of the trees, diviner of the stars, and I listen to the breeze. Yeah. I'm a new man in my old skin. I'm a new man in my old skin. Yo, I'm a new man in my old skin. I'm a new man in my old skin. Woo. I'm a new man in my old skin with big plans, breaking land, break across the land. Yeah, I like the beat. I really enjoy that track. Saquon looks like he's back with us. I can't quite tell.
Sorry, I lost. Yeah, I lost free for a while.
Cool.
I got it back though.
Immaculate. Oh, thank you, Brian Videodrome. Much love, brother. Tight. He says immaculate lyrically.
Dang.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. As an MC, yes.
Damn, that's high praise. Damn.
Thank you. Fahim,
I still don't understand how he puts all them words in his head. I just don't get it.
I was reading off the page, Papa Biz.
Well, it don't matter. Ain't they your words?
They're
your words.
They're my words.
So how do you keep that? I mean, I can't even think that fast. That's what amazes me about rap music and all that. It comes so quick, so natural for some people, and I can't. Like I said, I can't even think that fast. Rap I'm serious, man. But it's a.
Check this out. I'm gonna break it down for you. Rap is
a
beautiful genre of music that stems from people who have nothing creating something, right? Creating something out of nothing. Like you can go back to, I'm not talking about the griots. I'm not taking it back to, okay? But that's really where it comes from. And so modern day rap comes out of the inner city. It comes out of a place, no matter what city it comes from. If you want to say it started in New York, which we all do. If you want to say it started in LA, if you want to say it started in Detroit, wherever you are from.
I think it started in Kansas City myself.
Right. But it started in the city, and things in the city move fast. So in New York in particular, you got trains, you got buses, you got constant traffic, constant life. So that rhythm is in there. That rhythm of life is all through the music. and then the lyrics, you know, the MC becomes another bass, the MC becomes another kick or a snare. We're like we're part of the rhythm section, you know. Maybe a horn, maybe if we're singing, but our voice, the power of our voice to catch that rhythm and do the, you know, the syncopation, the multis, you know, you get rhyming schemes that go over entire phrases. The entire phrase rhymes with the following phrase, and so what you wind up with is this constant rhythm, this constant movement, this, you know, and so I mean, it's the only art form that has this many lyrics. It's so verbose, right? It's the only musical form that has this much to say in such a short space of time.
You know, my
gives it a power that no other music has. You know, in my opinion, that's an opinion thing.
Well, my introduction to rap was, you know, as I told you earlier, Miles, was through radio, through the community radio show. I had a program, you know, it was called The Politics of Rock and Roll. And so I was probably one of the only white dudes on the station that was playing rap, because it had political conscious rap. It was the NWA, it was Janet Jackson doing her thing. And, you know, so there was a lot of some other artists that I was able to include in this politics of rock and roll, because it's all the same. And I had a friend of mine that wrote political rock news. We called it Rocketics. And so he reported every week on what was going on. And he lived in Las Vegas, so he would call in and he would report on what was going on in the music scene and rap and just everything in the music scene that you could possibly think of. He was a music critic in LA, I mean, in Vegas and all that. But yeah, it was, that's really where I began to understand that there was something more to rap than what I had been hearing on, you know, other places, which was the more commercial, you know, the more,
You're saying right now you learned there was more to rap than what you've been hearing on commercial.
Oh yeah. Then when I started actually looking at it and then playing the groups like I can't see NWA, who else was, that was a big one, of course. But that was my first introduction to it, because what I'd had before was just on the street, you know, people talking about doing this, effing this and effing that, and doing this and doing that. And, you know, not a really uplifting, maybe they felt it was uplifting. I'm not sure. I never really, the lyrics though were, and now what I like about, and I wanted to ask you, please pronounce your name, because how do you pronounce your name, brother? I want to do it right.
You know what? You can call me Zaquan, or if you choose, you can call me by my shortened nickname, which is the Z and Q. Everybody tends to call me ZQ anyway.
GQ or ZQ?
ZQ.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's Zaquan.
But it's Zaquan. Yeah. Zaquan. Yeah.
Beautiful name.
Thank you, sir.
It's a beautiful name. So anyway, I don't know where I was going. I get distracted, you know. Sometimes
you were talking about your first experiences with hip hop and discovering the new forms. Yeah,
and the new form, and now I find myself. We have a local rap show here, and they because it's radio, they got to bleep a lot of stuff. But they've had some guest DJs on there that have done some really uplifting stuff. And Miles, I was thinking maybe contacting them and letting them know we got this thing going on Friday night, and maybe some of them might want to come on. I should contact their show and let them know what we're doing, because I know they have young cats that come on that are trying to, you know, get their music, get their thoughts, how they see the world, you know. And it's
I got to interrupt real quick. Zaquan, you got a question coming in the chat room from Brian Videodrome. He says, what's the favorite beat that you made? I think he wants to hear your favorite beat.
Okay, so I've got you.
That's going to be on what's his name's album. That's going to be on Core Rhythm's album, isn't it?
I'm
fucking with you.
Jeez, no, I mean.
I love that album.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate the love for that, and just the love in general that I get and I receive from anybody and everybody. Um, Now, my favorite my favorite joint that I've ever made is a really tough thing to answer. I mean, when it's like
Your MC friends are gonna be offended.
it's not even it's I, honestly I have to think on it a minute just because it's like oh man, okay, so I think I have actually I think I it's this very obscure song that I did with a very excellent, probably one of my favorite MCs ever, unknown, really good friend of mine. Miles knows him. His name is Yazid.
Oh yeah, okay.
This song,
Yazid
not too many
Divine.
people have the song we did together. Not too many people have even heard. But like it's just and I honestly I have to dig in my vaults to find it. Um, because I'm not one of those type of people that listens to my work often. You know.
He says please. He's asked you to please put it into the link. Um, but I think if you made it for Yazid, it might not even be out, right? I know he
No,
was.
no, no. I have it, and it's no problem. It would be no problem for me to share it. It just, I mean,
Is there a link?
how?
Did he publish it? Is it live?
No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. It's on my hard drive.
Well, then you can't share it because
Exactly.
you're on your phone, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I could let you share screen, but your phone's not hooked up to your hard drive. So
No, not at all. Not at
yeah.
all. Yeah. Yeah. It would be tough
If you
though.
come back next week, you can share it with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
I'll definitely be.
you gonna get up that early in the morning, brother. You dedicated. You gonna get up.
Yo. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
nah.
this is my evening time for me. Like I don't honestly. My work, my time frame. I don't go to bed till 6 o'clock time here.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So like this is my evening right now.
Yeah,
I'm
Oh.
chilling.
the life of
Literally.
an artist trying to break
Yep.
through. If you're
Exactly.
trying to break through, you got to be up more than everybody else.
Yep.
And then
Some
you
hard
got
work.
to, and then you still got to be ready to put in a good 20 years. And then
Yeah, man. We've
you know,
been putting in the hours.
the average is I think the average for an artist to make it is 14 years,
Mm.
right? The average.
Yeah, and so many artists that I have. I've had lots of radio shows, always mainly ZQ on public radio or community radio. I did a little commercial, but I never paid any money, and I got more freedom over there. And met
Okay.
so many artists, singer songwriters over the years. Are so talented and have so much going for them, but they just could never break that barrier with commercial radio. I mean, or even having it. You had to have a song that had to have a click. It has to follow a certain formula for for commercial radio. It has to be a certain time frame.
Absolutely.
I mean, you think about in the when the FM radio came on, music got longer because in top 40 radio in the 60s, you never had a song more than 2.5 minutes. 2.5, 3 minutes was a long song. Nowadays, what do you got? 5, 6 minutes, 4.5.
They went.
It's actually going down again now.
Oh, has it?
Short again. Right now they're like 3.5 at the long.
Oh, it's now like 3.
Yes.
I don't listen to commercial radio, so
Yep.
I listen to computer radio. I got several stations that I like listening
Yeah,
to.
it's going down again now. Yep.
Wow.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
it limits, and then people get discouraged, because the music business is so hard. I'm not going to give any names, but I had a good friend of mine that produces music. I've known him since a little kid. And, I said, hey, why don't you come over here and share your love of music? Because, it's a good place. And you know what he said, brother? He basically said, have your people call my people. I tell him, I ain't got no people. My people right here.
I am the people.
I want to say
I am the people.
positive.
Word.
We're gonna keep this loving vibration.
Yeah,
positive.
yeah. You
So I
have to
want
go.
to say
I
this.
don't mean to
I
be
want to say
the same
this.
guy. You're absolutely right. But it
Hello,
just goes to show you.
yo, no, it's not just anything. There is music and there is business.
Yes, that's
So
true.
there's the music, there's the music, and then there's the music business. Some people
Yeah.
do not separate the two. Some people
Mm.
do music as business, and so we gotta respect that. If they do their music and they look at themselves as a business person, and their music is a business to them, they won't do a quote unquote open mic.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Because to them it's a business. They're not now a person like Pharaoh Munch, to call a person's name in. I have seen Pharaoh Munch in an open mic in in the Lower East Side, and I've heard stories of this man getting up on the mic at open mics. So, and I know KRS does stuff like that. I know there
Yep.
are people who look at who are in the music business and know that their music is their life and they will perform anywhere at any time. And
Yeah.
so, some people who are watching and who have watched will come and join us, and people have joined us on this stage. Timing is an interesting thing. We can't tell what anybody's thinking in their minds and why they're not with us on a given night. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot to put yourself on a stage like this as well.
Let me. Yes, it is. Joe, have you seen what Joe Bell was saying? He's got a band called "Don't Take the Peace." He says my appeal
Yeah,
brand needs
I know.
my
I hear that.
business.
I hear that.
Yeah, I see all that. Okay, I just wondered if you saw it. Cool.
Right.
I'll check it out, Joe Bell.
I hear you, Joe Bell. If you would take the time and look through our description on Veterans for Peace page, there's a submission link, y'all. There's a link. This is the live link. If you want to get into this chat right now and talk with us, you can click this link into your Google browser. This is not a platform for you to come and sell your products, peace products or otherwise. It's a platform for music and the exaltation of peace through the music. So I love that you have a brand called Don't Take the Peace. Okay, Joe Bell, you got a brand, Don't Take the Peace, and it's an apparel brand. And I think that's beautiful. I hope me saying your name a couple times is enough, because it's like, we're not looking for sponsors. That's not really how we're getting down. We want to get people on here talking about peace, talking about the creation of peace music and their process, their musical process, stuff like that. Yeah, you can support Veterans for Peace. You can send artists our way. You can definitely get at the FAQ on the main page and send us a link, and we can communicate. It's like that, but I don't think we're gonna put commercials up on the screen for people. I don't think that's proper.
Yeah.
All right. Okay then. What's up? Oh, you know what? I wanted to chime in a little bit with what Miles is talking about with the whole emceeing, and what's coming into my mind is something that I saw on a documentary where they put in something very interesting about and then I'll link it back to something even deeper, and I think this is where Miles was saying that's linked to a link, but preachers and how they would preach. Like what would happen is they would get into the spirit, and then they would start speaking like, yes, Lord, and the Lord came to me, and he said, and then the Son came to the S-U-N, and then he saw the S-U-N. They would get into this place where they just kept on speaking, and their cadence and the way they said things and how things rode was how they were able to speak to their people on a different level, in the spiritual level. Yeah. And this is one of the ways, and this is one of the ways emceeing evolved from. Definitely. So if you think about going to a church and you hear a preacher, like that's MCing. That's MCing.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it goes back to the Negro spirituals where they're all in the fields, and then it goes back to the griots
Yep.
from Africa, and then so it always evolves. So MCing is just an evolution from that communication from another place. You know what I mean? And how we're all able to get in touch with something that is greater than who we really are. You know, any musician, any athlete even can tell you the same thing. You know, we all call it what? The zone.
Yeah.
Zone.
You know, it's some
get in it.
you know, yeah, there's some place that you're just in touch with the vibration, and then that's all that matters, just the vibration.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's like
For
freestyle.
sure.
That's you say Papa Biz says, how do you get all those, how can you manage to remember all those words, or how can you, like, where do they come from? You
Yeah.
know, it's divine. It is divine inspiration, because I will rhyme, and I will create, and I will craft words that I've never looked up, but I know the meaning of. Maybe it's because I'm a reader, but I know, you know, I'll put, like, use the word in the right context and look it up to make sure, and it's completely correct, you know. And freestyle is really interesting, because once you get around a bunch of MCs, if you're all freestyling and sharing with each other, then you're just growing naturally. It's like it's like having workout buddies. It's like being in the gym with workout partners, and you see your muscles growing, and you see your muscles building week after week. So that's the process too.
And you build off, you know. Because the only thing that I've never been to a live jam, like the only thing I've seen is the movie that was made, the 10 Mile thing with the Eminem and all that. I've never been to an actual. I know, you know, it's commercial and all that.
You
So
gave
I'm just
2 extra miles. You gave
10 miles.
Eminem does not need extra miles. Okay.
No, I'm just saying I've never been to a live performance. Except for when you were rapping on the streets with me in Kansas City, Miles. That's really the first time that I've, you know, been in the presence of someone actually rapping, and, you know, other than on TV or something. You know, I mean, I can't. Well, I've heard some people rap on the street, but it was like, you know, they were rapping and I'm just walking by, that kind of thing. But I've never been into a club where there's been like a, you know, like and I don't know, do they do this like one guy gets up and he does this thing, and then another guy gets up and challenges him, or woman, I should say guy, because it could be women too. I've never been involved in that. I've never felt that. And I've been involved in churches. So, Brother Z, I understand exactly what you're saying there. My father and grandfather were ministers, and my grandfather would get into that groove once in a while. They were fundamentalists. They basically preached from the Bible, and they'd get in it. And I've been to a lot of churches growing up as a kid, where the minister could mesmerize those people. They would just be mesmerized by his, and he wasn't really saying a whole lot. He was saying a lot of, you know, like you were saying, you know, he was, yes, the Lord here, you know, I mean, they did develop a cadence. And even in the you know, in the Assembly of God churches that I went to, some of those preachers, man, they just, you know, they were in a zone. They were in a zone, and then, you know, it took them a while to come out of that zone. Sometimes an elder would come up there and kind of, you know, bring them down, because they were just going on and been doing it for an hour, you know. And people want to go to lunch, you know. No.
Zaquan, let's talk about Biggie. Biggie's one of these rappers. Biggie's mainstream rapper, you know, very misogynistic.
Oh my God.
Materialistic, all of the things that we don't really want to promote on this show. But he's a rapper with, like, what, 2 albums before he passed. And
just 2?
Only 2 before he passed. I think there's been like a couple more posthumous albums, but with just those 2 albums, his flow was enough to do what you're talking about now, Papa Biz. His flow was enough to captivate, to mesmerize, to create a groundswell. I mean, there's marketing involved as well, but there's a timelessness to Biggie Smalls that I think is hard to deny. I don't know. It's interesting. He's a misogynist, materialist, like apolitical. You know, he wasn't involved in anything like that.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
His flow was quite spectacular. His delivery, but also his what he talked about was very simplistic.
Yep.
And tended to be a lot of the same things in different orders.
Understood. Absolutely agreed. You know. So now I can speak from, you know, a person that's been in it, and I can also speak from a person who has experienced actually what people from a different country believe. You know, now I've come here,
Okay.
and once I say I'm involved with hip hop, the two names that people will say are, guess what? Biggie and Tupac.
Yep.
Oh, I love Biggie, or I love Biggie and Tupac, or I love Tupac. That's the people that they'll say.
Uh-huh.
So now we're talking about Biggie. So I feel exactly the same way you feel, Miles. Now, if I'm gonna be real, I wish. Now, this is gonna go a little bit on a negative thing, and unfortunately, but for me, I would have rather it had been someone like KRS that got martyred
That got
rather
what?
than Biggie that got martyred
Oh,
rather
martyr.
than Biggie.
Oh, yeah. I see
Just
what
for
you're saying.
me.
Kind of,
You
yeah,
understand what you get my drift? You understand what
yeah.
I'm saying? I'm not saying I want KRS One to be
Right.
to leave this physical plane. But what I'm saying is there are people that are so much more or as just as lyrically prevalent and have so much more to say
Yeah.
and bring so much more to the table.
Right.
Period. That's all
I
that's
agree.
how I feel about it.
I agree. You know, I want to jump back in, and I want to say the reason that he was where he was, and you know, in this world is because this world is what it is. It couldn't have
Absolutely
been.
agree.
It couldn't have been KRS. It wouldn't have been. You know, it wouldn't be Chuck. It wouldn't be. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be Immortal.
Unfortunately.
There's a lot of MCs it wouldn't be because of what their vibration is. You know,
Absolutely. Yep,
like your
that's it.
vibration is going to keep you from getting killed. Like you gotta, and this is kind of sad to say too, but you look at the brothers, look at the family that we have lost in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the hip hop, when you look at the rappers that we do lose to violence, it's except for, I'd say in my lifetime, probably except for DMC. I mean, except for
Hmm.
I'm sorry, not DMC.
Oh, okay.
Except for Jam Master Jay.
Yeah, Jam Master Jay. Yeah.
Except for Jam Master Jay, it's been all like violent, braggadocio, so you know what I'm saying, over the top machismo types. All of everybody who's been taken from us was except Nipsey. Except Nipsey and Jam Master Jay, everybody who's been taken from us in my lifetime has been a so-called gangster.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you could say their vibration brought it on them. You
Yeah.
could say that. I know that's people don't want to say that, but I mean,
But I mean what you're talking about here is just the laws of physical dynamics, bro. Like
this is
Pygmalion
yeah,
Pygmalion theory, bro.
exactly
Impact, cause,
cause and effect.
influence, and then reinforcement, bro.
Yeah.
That's the physical laws of the universe. Of course. That's how it works, man. So there's you can't argue something when someone says like that. That's where the whole thing comes. Live by the sword, die by the sword. That's where that comes from. You know what I mean? That's the laws of the universe. So yeah. So I agree with you there too. You know what I mean? And I hear you wholeheartedly. Like, you know, another thing that a lot of, you know, hip hop philosophers or people who have very deep concepts have said this. Wherever you are, that's where hip hop's going to be. So whoever gets brought out to the forefront, that's where hip hop's going to be. And during that era, Biggie was where hip hop was, like you're saying.
Yeah. Brian
That's all it
Video
was.
says, why not Big Daddy Kane? Well, Big Daddy Kane was not a gangster. Big Daddy Kane was smooth operator. Check your
But guess what? But guess what? He
What?
was. He was. He was a drug dealer and a hardcore dude. Matter of fact, but he never ever talked about it.
Right. That's what I'm
Because he
saying.
knew.
He wasn't
Yeah, exactly.
his music, right?
Exactly.
On his music, he was the smooth operator.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you say Bushwick Bill was too short. Oh, that's
oh, that's bad.
It took me a minute to get that one. That was
you bad, son.
oh,
oh, that's horrible. Oh, got jokes.
Back in the day, I still love Scarface. I'm happy that the big brother still makes music. I know that Goody Mob just put out a really powerful track.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the name of it, but I watched it a few times yesterday. Goody Mob put out a really powerful track. Y'all should check out, and it's all four of them. You know.
Oh, word. Nice.
It's a beautiful, beautiful record.
Okay. I'm gonna definitely look that up. You know.
MC Hammer put hands on people. That's why his name was Hammer, y'all. Hammer is no joke. There's lots of stories about MC Hammer. He was thugged out. He rolled with a deep crew, like KRS, rolled with a deep crew. But the difference is what their music was in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, they both had a couple of songs that were like, you can't mess with me, like, don't touch me, I'm hard, you know what I'm saying? But never like, you know, never.
There was no glorification. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
There's a difference. Yep. I got some rhymes where I go hard, but it's not. I don't glorify it. That's the difference.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We've been on for an hour and a half. Our audience is down to 11. Everybody at home, y'all have been great tonight. Y'all have been really in the zone, in the vibration. I got 2 more songs that I said I'd perform, so I will perform them for y'all.
Handle that.
Paul Gregory, I was not a fan when he was alive, but if we see art as a reflection of life and NYC, I have an appreciation for how he portrayed his world and his reality. It's a sad story. The documentary is worth a look. He achieved his dream and was never happy. Yeah, Paul, I agree with you. A lot of people have dreams in this world that they can achieve and still not be happy because their dreams are worldly dreams. Their dreams are based in the accumulation of material things, the accumulation of material wealth. And even if you're like a poor kid from the hood who wants to get out and buy his mom a house, and that's your dream, that was like Biggie's dream, like more money, more problems is very true, because once you get things, you need things to keep those things safe. And so as you build things up, and you're a person who comes from a place where nobody can be trusted, well, now you got a lot of people around you who you probably don't trust. That makes for a really tough life, you know? And that's something that rappers don't talk about, artists don't talk about. And then also, like, the reality of the world he grew up in, there's a lot of realities of the world that Biggie grew up in. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the same world as Biggie. Me and Biggie's like a year older than me. You know what I'm saying? Or something like I'm born in 74. I think he's 73 or 72, something like that. So there's a lot of realities in the world that, you know what I'm saying, that people grow up in. What they choose to rap about and what the label, in his case Puffy, chooses to allow him to rap about.
Understood.
Praise him and puts him, you know, molds him and typecasts him into one thing. You know, you think about a 50, right? A 50 Cent is like, he's like the gangster lover. You know what I'm saying? Those are the characters he's allowed. You know what I'm saying? You know, where's 50? Where's the introspective raps? You know what I'm saying? Where's the real deep historical political raps? You know what I'm saying? So you allow artists who have made it, quote unquote, to the mainstream, have what they've done is allowed themselves to be typecast, especially black male artists, black female artists. have allowed themselves to be typecast into usually one role. There's very few that are allowed to do whatever they want. You know, you got somebody like Prince becoming the artist formerly known as, just so they can claim ownership of their creative rights and do what they want. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, there's a lot that goes into things. Biggie's whole life and whole world wasn't, you know, every single moment wasn't struggle. Um, but it's easy to package and sell when this is what you do. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
what do you do? Well, I rap about politics. Here you go. But oh wait, if you don't just rap about politics, you rap about the chakras. You rap about love, peace. You rap about war and ending violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know what to do with this. You got songs against the military-industrial complex. We can't even fuck with that. So,
Yeah, I appreciate what Miles is saying, and I'm going to pick up on it really fast, so that way Miles can get to what he wants to do and finish it up and do his performances. But I just felt like I needed to pick up and what and two. I think I'd like to say two things. What was so amazing about Biggie is that it's not like he wasn't authentic. He was authentic.
definitely.
What he was talking about was who he was, and that's the whole point. And I think that's what hip hop is. When you talk about what you are, and what has happened is that nowadays people are talking about who they are not, and that's considered okay. Back when, you want to talk about the golden era or whatever, that was not okay. And and I'm gonna break it down into further. And this for me will clear up a little bit about this whole confusion about new school people who have a problem with people who have kind of a knowledge about what hip hop was. And while we say now that we're talking about this and breaking this down, and they have issues with that. They're like, nah, man, nah. Here's the thing. Back in those times, you could be who you were, and you would get airplay. You had cats who just talked about partying, kid and play. You had cats who talked about knowledge. You had KRS. You had cats who talked about the street. Cats like Just Ice. Cats like even Ice-T. Like, you had different types of people with different viewpoints, and it was okay for them to be on the mainstream. And that's the difference between then and now. We're not upset that people who are authentic are talking what they talk about. But the problem is that's all that's being allowed. That's it. There's no variety.
That's right.
Give the people variety. Give them a choice. And that's all we're saying. That's all. That's the difference.
Fahim, I had to put this comment on. Fahim has been in the chat room all night. Lots of folks making great comments. Yeah. I think this comment kind of goes with what you were saying just now, that people, back in the day were honored, were allowed to be who they were. People are complicated, and that's what I get from that. Like, there's a lot going on at all times. It's not like just a black and white, right and wrong, and you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sure. We should this living is understanding and cherishing all different forms of energy. When we understand the different forms, we're able to evaluate and choose which forms are right for us.
Zaquan, living is an opportunity to appreciate, to absorb and appreciate all those forms of energy.
Yeah.
It's not a guarantee that people are actively absorbing and definitely not appreciating, unfortunately. Yeah.
Absolutely true also. Yeah.
I really thank you.
That's just the way it is.
ZQ.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, I'm here and I appreciate being a part of it, man. This is great for me.
I love your studio. In Brooklyn, his studio was called Gentasia. Papa Biz, he named his studio Gentasia, and from me, I never really asked you the meaning of it, but it was like a place. It was for me. It was like a frame of mind. It was like a place to. I understood gentle. I understood gentleman. I understood and Asia is what I got from it. Like the Asiatic black man, something that always reminds me of Rakim and just made me think about the ability of lyrics to take you to a spiritual place to connect you to, you know, divine source. So, but I don't know if that's what you meant by it.
Man, that's pretty deep, man. Actually, I mean, the first form, you know, I was just taking the suffix gen as in Genesis, creation, manifestation. And then the Tasia honestly comes from a combination of, you know, the whole concept of fantasia, creativity, imagination, you know, being and creating places and spaces that we feel comfortable and where we can exist and express ourselves for who we truly are. The formation and the beginning of creating a place like that. And that's what I've always wanted my place of creation to be, a place and a source of just a fountain of beginnings, in a sense.
All right.
I love you.
So, are you working on a project now?
My project for the last year and a half has been putting this place together. Yeah. So
this is show it to us. Nice.
So this is what I've been doing for like a year and a half.
The camera, the camera can't move as fast as you, so you got to spin slowly.
He's froze now.
Yeah, that's the problem. Yo, I'm gonna pull people.
There he goes. He's coming back.
Okay.
All
right. So I've been working. I got stuff on the ceilings. I got the boards.
Cool. All right.
All this equipment.
I've been kicking it there.
Yeah, I've been putting in lots of work to get the place organized and structured and have some sort of flow, and then also kind of work on creating a vibe with the place. And I'm just now getting to a finishing point, and now starting to, get back into more of a musical phase and so on and so forth. So I've got some ideas. Me and Miles were talking about doing some stuff together.
Exciting and things now. I mean, you can do things and send them through the electronic, and don't have to be there. That's so. Absolutely. I mean, it's just amazing.
Exciting.
Yeah, man. So it's a real exciting time.
Nice setup, brother. Nice setup.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a labor of love, man. I've been busting my hump to get things right and get things organized, so that way we can manifest and bring forth some this positive energy back into the world and help bring some sort of rebalancing. That's what this is for.
That's right.
Yep. Because you got to get the balance.
Yeah,
we've been moving, but man, if you can track in the middle, that's the same with your health. If you can keep your health right there in the middle where it should be and do the things that you need to do, you can stay healthy at 71, but you got to stay in the middle. You can't do too much of this, do too much of that. You got to, that's kind of how that's kind of how I look at my old age. I consider myself, ZQ, I'm in the beginning of my old age. I'm 70,
nice.
I'll be 72 this year, so I'm at the beginning. So my goal for being in the 70s is to get ready for my 80s, to get ready for my 90s, because you got to prepare for those. You just can't wait for them to happen. I mean, physically, and so I'm. That's been my goal for the 70s, to stay healthy. I try to do lots of things to stay healthy, and because I don't want to miss out on anything. I love where I'm living. I mean, I love being on the planet. I love being a human being and experiencing these things, and I like to challenge people with, the fact of my age and a white old man. I like to when I interact with people, try to, not be the stereotypical old white man. Actually, I'm just an old hippie, just lost my hair. That's all.
Tell us, Papa Biz. Tell us how you stay healthy. Tell the people.
Well,
in your
I have a routine that I do, and Miles knows that I'm a ZU. Now get ready for this word, because I don't think you've ever heard this word. Now, right? Get ready for
Okay.
it.
All
Can
right.
evangelist.
All
Canna
right.
man.
Can
So I took
evangelist.
my son gave me that name, and I use cannabis daily. I mean, not just for the THC to help with migraines and other issues that I have as a veteran, and but I use CBD daily, and
Understood.
then I use a mushroom a product that I get from China, and
Okay.
so it's Maine's lion's mane mushroom, linksy, and some stuff that is coffee, and so
Interesting.
I start off my morning with that, and then I try to be active, walking when it's, and then I play disc golf. And that's really helped me. It's a game that you don't need anybody. You can go out there and play 19 holes and have fun without anybody. And if you run across people, it's cool. And it's a much more laid back sport than golf. I've not really tried golf very much in my life. So I try to maintain a positive attitude. And I think that's the thing. And that's hard to do living in, and you live in you get a whole different perspective of what happened
Absolutely.
here the last 4 years. You've
True.
seen it a different angle, and so I think to stay healthy, you have to be positive about yourself, and you have to be positive about the world that's around you, and sometimes you have to take a break from all the talking heads. Even though
Absolutely.
I'm a political kind of guy and I enjoy listening and talking about politics, sometimes you got to take a break, just be as positive as you can, and not buy into the negative. And that's a daily chore. That's a daily challenge for me.
It's true.
Not buying
That's
into
very
that
true.
negative. And I do once in a while. Politically, I'll get negative with politicians. My lovely wife, 46 years, tells me, you ain't winning no friends that way. I said, well, that's true. But at least as a guy, I make little snide comments about politicians I had a Twitter account and on my Facebook, and I'm always challenging my local politicians to look at the law that you're about to put upon us, and so I don't always use the polite language to describe.
Papa Biz, very humble.
Super humble. Absolutely. Yeah, you are truly, in a sense, where I hope I am at your age, and very, very still willing to learn.
Yes. Exactly. And if you stop learning, you stop living. That's been my
exactly.
You have to constantly, and I'm not a super cat that reads a lot. I do have my interests. I do have my I don't have really a lot of hobbies. I play around with this radio stuff and DJ that I have here at home, but I'm a real advocate for veterans' rights and making sure that veterans and trying to and I really just got hooked up with Miles and Vets for Peace. I've known about them for several years, and this last couple of years when Miles was living here in KC, I met him through Vets for Peace, because they hold their meetings at a veterans hall that I'm a secretary of, and so they needed a place to meet, and I offered and our president, who's very peaceful, liberal-minded guy, said, hey, they're veterans. We had some cats say, oh man, they're veterans for peace. What does that mean? They anti-military. I said, well, some of them are, but there ain't nothing wrong with that. They still veterans.
And then Papa Biz is a DJ. So we met, and then he and I went out to Kansas City's Art Walk, or I forget what it's called in Kansas City. Is it Art Walk?
It's First Friday's Art Walk. Yeah,
we went out to First Fridays and performed. We got 2 performances in out on the street, and then we got a couple in at a church or something.
Well, we were doing some stuff at that church, and we got some folks to come. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. I have a little gig that I call Sidewalk Radio. So in the past, I'd take equipment out, set it up on the street at these art walks, and I just play music. And at the time, I was also working to get cannabis legal in Missouri, so I had petitions for people to sign and things like that. So I use that as a way. And I had a couple of gigs where people paid me to stand out in front of the store and DJ and, you know, welcome people to come down, you know, and see what we got at this business and things like that. And it worked. They paid me $150. It was pretty cool. All I did was play whatever kind of music I wanted to play. And I've had lots of radio shows over the years. And my love of radio is still there. I mean, I like this video thing, but I do much better with radio and not seeing people, I think. But I'm willing to learn this. I'm willing to learn this. I mean, this is a new thing. Awesome. And that's awesome. I'm still hoping for people to come. I just think it's the virtual open mic. I mean, if we were in a physical place, of course, we wouldn't talk this much because we'd have people coming up, and I guess you could have discussion at times. I've never, most of the time that I've been to that open mic, when I've gone in to do oral and terp, it's always been just person getting up and doing your thing and then walking off, and really no discussion. And I kind of like the idea, if we can get musicians here and they do their thing, then we can talk to them about, okay, where did you get that from? Or how did you come up with that riff that you had in there? What was your motivation? Why do you want to do music? You know?
True. Yeah.
And so that's kind of what, talking with Miles is what we want to try to create here. And I'm, I must admit, I'm a little saddened that folks don't come and participate and because I'd love not to say a word. I'd love to say hello. Now let's go to the music. Quite honestly, because
it's all timing, y'all. They will.
Yep, absolutely.
We just keep plugging, keep doing it.
It's been weeks, and we've had guests on 5 of them. So
we just keep doing it.
So we just got to keep doing it. We're babies in this. 10 weeks is nothing.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even, we got to do this for months. We got to do this for a few months. And then people will be like, okay, it's consistent. I see they'll be here every week. I want to be a part of it. I'm going to put my 2 cents forward. You got to think about, people want their background to look nice. If you're performing for an audience that you can't see, right? They can only see you. You want your background to look nice, right? I've seen you don't want to have a weird, crazy looking background. So you got to get your sound set up right. It's cool. I feel you. I feel the artist, because I'm still going through the process of growing and learning and getting my setup right. So, but I'm gonna do 2 songs right now for y'all.
All right, brother. Do it.
2 minutes. I'm going to do Black Lives Matter, and then I'm going to end it with No Fear Now.
Okay.
Brian Videodrome says that Stevie song. I think he's talking about No Fear Now. I'm not sure.
I want to say something, Miles, before you get going. No Fear Now has been in my head for the whole week. It just like pops. And I'm fixing coffee. I'm in my car, and boom, and there it is. And I just hear it. It's just amazing to me. I mean, it just popped in my head. I love it.
I gotta say, No Fear Now is a powerful record. It's on the Dirty South Chronicles, entirely produced by Steve Wallace. He also produced Everybody Arise, which I performed earlier. I performed Oasis earlier, which is produced by James Data. James Data and I have done a few projects together. We did Code Switching in 2017, and then Luchidu Takara in 2018. And so Mega Data is 2020. I mean, Oasis is 2020. And then this other song, Black Lives Matter, is produced by Mike Shine that I'm gonna perform right now.
Okay,
all right, brother.
Y'all check out my catalog, man. On Migration of the Soul Kind, I've got a few tracks produced by Zaquan. So if you check out Megacyph, check me out online, find my music. It's megacyph.com. And on Migration of the Soul Kind, my second album, Zaquan has blessed me with a few powerful tracks.
Absolutely, some good stuff on that. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I by the way, ZQ, I play some of Miles' music on my I have a little Facebook program I do weekly called 420 Now KC. And so I introduce I always try to play something for Miles and talk about it, and then it gives me a chance to talk about this the next night. So, it's it's a little bit out of the wheelhouse of music that I play a lot. I'm Americana, which is more country, bluesy. It's a whole new genre that's been developed in the last 10 years.
Okay.
Prior to that, it's kind of more the Americana is the lyrics have a message. It ain't about going down to the bar and picking up the girl and going hayride. It's that kind of thing.
Okay.
So
All right.
But anyway, go ahead, brother, and do your thing.
Cool. Dope.
And Zaquan, I'm gonna send you this whole conversation afterwards. There's a bunch of comments in here for you.
Okay. All right.
Brian Videodrome has sent a link that he wants you to remix for me. So.
Oh,
Brian
wow. Okay.
Very active in tonight's chat.
All right. Cool.
All right.
Yeah. Please send me as much as you can, so that way I can have a look, and then I'll do my best if just whoever's sent comments or did comments or whatever, if there's some way I can respond back to you, then that would also be awesome too. So that way
Yeah.
Cool.
Just make sure you leave some sort of something, anything.
I'll send you this video and you can read the comments. I know it's hard to do, and a lot of the comments don't show up. So when you're looking at them live, there's a lot here. But then when you go and check later on, a lot have disappeared. I think that's the way Facebook does it for some reason.
Okay. All right.
You can't always find all the comments. Like I've gone back to look, and people who I wanted to respond to, I wasn't able to. So
that's bad.
It's been kind of sad.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to do, I am going to perform for y'all right now. So let me share the screen. Y'all have been on with us 2 hours. And yeah.
Do it.
Lively and beautiful. Hey, I'm in here.
Let yourself flow. Let it do it. Motivate me.
Strong, never fake. I hear music.
Well, I like it. That's kind of cool.
Is that from Zaquan's house? That's coming from Zaquan's phone. Okay, can you mute yourself, brother?
Hold on. I got you, bro. I got you.
Papa Biz, can you mute yourself?
Sir, I got you, man.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. I need to read these lyrics. Black Lives Matter. Unfortunately, I don't think I'd get through it without looking at the lyrics. So I will be looking at lyrics over here. I don't know if y'all will know that. You can't see them now, I guess, right? We sitting at the door waiting, getting more and more anxious. Said we couldn't, we can make it all. Look, it's all over. Strong black families are being profiled. Black Lives Matter puts America on trial. Don't stray, alligator. Baby gone, initiator. Don't mourn, whipping later. Hold on, something greater. A folk song, a motivator. Don't hold back, no simulator. Cause you don't go back once the ship taken. No Sankofa, no man over. Why you sitting at the door waiting, getting more and more anxious? Said we couldn't, we can make it all. Look, it's all over. Strong black families are being profiled. Black Lives Matter puts America on trial. Black Lives Matter puts America in style. Black Lives Matter cause God bless the child. Black Lives Matter on my knees in the aisle. I'm married to it. Political alchemist with a constitution. Raise fist. Pursue the happiness and the love of life. A freedom fighter for our rights. Saying Black Lives Matter puts America in style. Black Lives Matter cause God bless the child. Black Lives Matter on my feet in the aisle. I'm married to it. This gold, this platinum, this diamond. I'm Spartan. Psychoactive, psychosomatic, post-traumatic. Cannabis advocate, shrooms and acid, uncover, unmasking. ayahuasca, seeking a message, loving my blackness. I am an activist, walking in footprints. My functions improve and things. My body's a government with laws and governance, flaws and covenants, and a whole bunch of otherness, like budget adjustments, high level appointments, incense and ointments, and OG anointments. Why you sitting at the door waiting, getting more and more anxious? Said we can make it all. Look, it's all over. Strong black families are being profiled. Black Lives Matter puts America on trial. Community activism, passionate use, you have to listen. With facts and truths, the second half of the mission, let's get back to the earth and explore her wisdom. Saying Black Lives Matter puts America in style. Black Lives Matter because God bless the child. Black Lives Matter on my feet in the aisle. I'm married to it. I'm married to it. Our resilience proof. Bringing the troops, modern day lynch, and cops hold the noose, need an intervention. They all cutting loose, another black body killed, undeniable proof. He was tying his shoes, he was buying his juice, he was finding his use, plus minding his cues. Don't get her confused, she was not in the news, she was innocent, unarmed and paying her dues. I got a mind to shoot, I got the training too, I got the time to do it, and I can aim at you. Make a pine box maze or a spray in the view, a crying shame when you know what America do. Why you sitting at the door waiting, getting more and more anxious? Said we couldn't, we can make it all. Look, it's all over. Strong black families are being profiled. Black Lives Matter puts America on trial. We're gonna do that one, and No Fear Now, because that's the vibration we on right now. This is BLD1 by my man Zaquan, the Beat Abbott, live from Sweden with tonight in the place to be. Check. Yeah.
All right.
This is what we need. This is what we want. We need love. No fear now. We need love. No fear now. It's all love. No fear now. We love. Say wash your hands. Get it right. Good hygiene can save your life. Keep your hands out your face, especially in a public place. Not least the last, wear a mask. Take that classroom, make a sight. Save a life, take a doc's advice. Not a lot to light, no bleach to taste. With a yes and a no, economies close over pathogens we can detect. The long incubation diamond DNA fake and make the chain look correct. When in fact, you could be infected, impact your loved ones with that neglect. Let's face it, the president's basic. Unlike his office, this needs respect and love. No fear now, we need love. No fear now, it's all love. No fear now, I need love. No fear now. If you vibrate with this, if you fuck with this, put your hearts up. Put up half a heart. Let's connect them. I value my freedoms, defend our rights, and I tweet it to let you know. With a post on the gram, long form on Facebook, YouTube with the live show. Our lives are material, pouring the spiritual milk for this physical flow. Don't sit back and watch as we get to March and let's see how far we go. Stop spreading misinformation about hydroxychloroquine. Close contact and bumping into me in stores ain't happening. I'm not dying for a country that just sees me as a good again. They don't even see me unless it's questioning me like, what you want, man? What you want? Love. No fear now, I need love. No fear now, we need love. No fear now, it's all love. No fear now, we all want. We all need. Some people die for, other people kill for. Say hubris makes us vulnerable, also quite intolerable. Thinking we the best to pull well over these vegetables. I ain't living miserable. Race and hate ain't invisible. Take a knee, indivisible. While my rights ain't admissible. If king is capital, queen is corona. If he holds the crown, she is the owner. Who is the master? Who's the controller? Can he give it up? Will she pass us over with some love? No fear now, we need love. No fear now, it's all. No fear now, you give. You get. No fear now, you live. I feed people. I like to eat it. I say diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. Diamond, oh, what a sound. Platinum I got laying round. Gold, power to behold. SARS-CoV-2 rare to be found. I want love. No fear now. Give me love. No fear now. That is No Fear Now, produced by Steve Wallace and on the Dirty South Chronicles. So I think with that right there, we're going to say peace, love. I'm going to bring back Papa Biz and Zaquan so we can see their handsome, beautiful faces as we exit the place. And we say thank you to everybody who was here today. And thank you for your comments in the chat room. Throw up your peace symbols. Artists, you see this zinc, you see this in the background. And this link is a link that you can use to get online. Not that link down there, because that was only for tonight. Next week will be a different one, but it's going to be a true open mic. And come through, share some stuff with us. All genres are welcome.
Let me say before we leave, ZQ, I have a new friend now in Sweden. I've never had a friend in Sweden. Now I got one. So I appreciate it, man.
Varsågod, welcome in.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah, kan prata lite
that's one of the
svenska.
countries I would love to go. So nice to know somebody there. So it sounds like you've been there a while and going to be hanging for a while.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere, man. You've got a place to crash.
Nice.
When you come.
Bless you, brother. Thank you.
Oh,
Thanks
man,
for coming and
bless you.
hanging with me.
What a great bless.
Thank you,
man. Much respect, Papa. Thank you, man.
Sir.
Really pleasure. Hope and
My
brother, God willing, and hopefully we'll see each other next week. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Bless. Yo, y'all say bye to the people. Let's stay on. The three of us stay on for a few minutes.
All right, cool.
Ryan, thank you for the loving words. Everybody in the chat room, Jerry Alatalo, thanks for being here tonight. Anna, I see you. George, Dennis, who did
Cerise.
I miss? Paul. Yes, Fahim.
Yeah, man. Awesome. Thank you, brother.
Gene is in the chat room. Joe is in the chat room today. Y'all, we love you. Thank you for being here with us. We'll be back next Friday. And peace. Peace, y'all.
Peace. Thank you.